So let me wrap my head around this for a second. Let's say I'm Reed. You're a... How did you run?
What's happening, guys? I'm Jack, Coach Jack. This is Ripper Fitness. Where to begin? It's been a little bit of time since I've done a YouTube video. It's been a little bit of time since I've done uploaded anything at all. You might follow me on Instagram. If so, welcome. This is where I can show a little bit more personality. This is where I want to show the kind of things that I get into, talk a little bit more in depth about things that go into maintaining a healthy lifestyle, and also I'm going to be trying to do a few fun things along the way that's just entertaining to watch and entertaining for me to do. This is a way for me to pursue a little bit more of my creative side. It's a little bit to promote my coaching, as well as my outlook and the things I'm into, and hopefully it's the kind of thing that you guys can benefit from, or at least find entertaining as I make a fool of myself multiple times. Now, where are we at the moment? Today, so I'm filming this on Thursday. There's a little bit of training clips from a couple of days ago we'll talk about in a sec. I am doing a bodybuilding competition, tool class, men's physique, on Sunday. So we've got Thursday, Friday, Saturday, shows on Sunday. Okay. I'm going to be doing tool men's physique class, so that means we are in peak week now, so I'm talking a little bit about what we are doing on peak week. I'm just putting together my supplements for later. This is my pre-workout. One thing I do in my pre-workouts, particularly when it gets to this close, is adding a little bit of pink salt. I add salt to pretty much everything. My sodium stays pretty consistently high, and keeping that salt high, for me, it just helps me get some pumps. Stepping on myself there. My carbs are lower than they have been in the past, so the salt does help. But I salt absolutely everything. My sodium is silly high. Talk a little bit about food now. I am still managing, even at a week out, to be on about 2,000 calories. Okay, so I'm sitting at about between 180 and 190 of both carbs and protein, and my fat's down at about 65, there or thereabouts. And I have managed to get pretty lean on that. Don't get me wrong, still hungry as hell, but it's better than I have done in previous preps. I've been down at like 14 to 1600 calories, so being able to eat 2000 means I'm still able to function more or less throughout the day, but it is not easy, I'm not gonna lie. So two things that are really super important during a peak are obviously nutrition and hydration. Okay, so a lot of people will end up manipulating their carbs and sodium and water going into a show. We've been depleting for however long. It could be 8, 12, 16, 20 weeks. So a lot of people will do what's called a depletion even further, really low carbohydrates, then push it into a show. Some people will reverse diet their past week. There's a couple of different methods of doing it. Me personally, I don't like to do any of that. I am going to eat exactly the same as I have done for weeks and weeks and weeks. My body is used to it. No point in messing that up. What I do is I manipulate my water, so I just increase it by a significant amount every day up until the night before the show, in which case, at which point I stop and dry out so I can come in at least a little bit tighter, but I generally don't risk coming in fuller by eating more food, just because I've done that before and I have held more water than I'd have liked to, and I've looked a little softer than I would have liked to on stage. And I'd rather look sharp, dry and tight than full. I hopefully have enough muscle mass that it's not going to be as relevant, but we'll see how it goes. My method has been, I've kept my food a little bit higher and my workout intensity super high. So I'm going to finish this food and then go to the gym. I'm not filming today. I did film a bit of a workout on Tuesday, which is the footage you're about to see now. Enjoy. All right, so blast from the past. It was Thursday, it's now Tuesday, because I didn't want to film the workout then. Plus, I'm being visited by my boy Jack. We have known each other, how long have we known each other, Jack?
Shit, 10, nearly 10 years?
About 10 years.
8, 9 years?
Little bit of history. Okay, we met in college, bonded over the fact that we're both tall and called Jack. We then went on to do various bits. We trained together for a while, and you're probably the person over the past 10 years that I've trained with the most, but least consistently.
Yes.
We've done a lot of sessions and
because
stuff.
I am the least consistent gym goer in the world.
There is that. Then we worked for the same company back in 2018. I got Jack the job, and then he quickly surpassed me and now is the sales manager of a store that I've just come back to. So we're gonna hit a little bit of chest. It's not gonna be a massive, it's quite busy. Today we're gonna be training here at Body World in Taunton. If you're ever in the Southwest, it's a fantastic gym to go to, full of kit. Arguably the best one this side of, between Plymouth and Bristol. I'd say this is easily one of the better gyms to go to for bodybuilding. So we're gonna hit a little chest workout. We are 5 days out from my show. So I've got a couple of fun bits that we're gonna try and do and show that we can actually maintain a little bit of strength when we're this far into dieting.
Or just when we're not, in my case.
All right, let's crack on. Let's crack on. Yeah, basically we're talking about personalised number plates now. I've got a plate that is J5 JS XRF for Ripper Fitness, which is obviously my coaching and my YouTube and all that kind of stuff, so JS XRF. But I want to get one that says A Big Jack. So it's similar to Kurt's number plate, but Jack instead of Farcat. Now, do you think it's $3.99 for the plate? Is that too much money to spend on a plate?
No, I think that's quite reasonable to spend on.
I think so, considering like, shoulders a little bit looser, get some blood into the shoulders, because we're going to throw some weight around today, and the last thing we want to do is injure ourselves this close. So,
Damn right.
So what we're doing is at the moment is we're just going to warm up on the light weights, build it up. I think the goal, what we're going to try and do is see what kind of reppage we can go for on the 100 kilo flat bench. It's been a while since I've hit that kind of volume, and obviously Jack has been a while since he's hit 100 kilos, I think, so see how it goes.
Doing chest, so I should be fine.
Yeah, we go. Thing with Ronnie Coleman the other day, he goes like, so what is lightweight? And he goes, you can lift it, it's light. 1, 2, good, keep it going. 3, 4, come on. Oh, I think you had 5. I haven't done reps on 100 for a long while. I think anything less than 10, I'm going to be really upset. But let's just see how it goes.
I'm calling 12 because you're a show off. Come on. 8, 9, 10. 2 more for me to win.
That's all 12.
Look at them strides. Come on, Jack. Come on.
Right, so we're going to give that a go. We got 19 out on the 100, so we're going to give 140 a go. I don't know how clever this is, but again, we're just proving that, you know, what builds muscle maintains muscle, and there's no reason why you need to get that much weaker during a prep. So we're going to go for this. We're going to go for this. I will need you to follow me on this one. I know. Yeah. I thought I was just going to go for a shit or something. Right, yeah. 3, 2, 1. Come on! I wouldn't have said that was all me. Yeah, it wasn't bad. Yeah, it was pretty much all you. Right, so we've gone from free weights. We're going to go onto a machine press now, and we're going to go for building a pyramid set into a drop set. The rep ranges we're going to go for are 20, 15, 12, 8, and then we're going to drop that right down. All right, here we go.
Just get my first 40.
Come on, let's go. Come on, Jack. And in the words of the Virgin Mary, pull out.
Right, go. We're on. And we're on.
Of course, when we're trying to build muscle, it's all about stimulating that muscle, time on attention, range of motion, okay, especially when we're getting into prep. Load is not the most important thing. With that said, it helps. Right, that is it for the workout. We're going to go back into Thursday in 3, 2, 1. Right, that was all done. We are back to Thursday. Now, I didn't talk about it earlier, so we will talk about it now. We're just on our way to do some chores. I say chores, I've got some jobs. This is my last day off from work, because I still do have a full-time day job. I do not coach full-time or anything like that. I'm still at work. We're going to be doing a few little jobs and everything else. So we talked about hydration. Today is between 8 to 10 litres. We're going to go for probably, the original plan was 10. Yeah, so it'll be 10 to 12 litres today, I think, that we're going to go for. So we were going to do 6 for Monday and Tuesday. Yesterday we went for 8, but we did go a little bit higher, so today is going to be 10, which means tomorrow is 12 and Saturday is back to 10, but finish as early as possible. We're going to try and finish that by about 4:30, 5 o'clock. So yeah, 10 litres of water today, but now we're just in, like I say, just going into town. I need to pick up some bits for show day, so this is what I'm going to go pick up. Right, so we're starting the water intake a little bit late. Just gone and got the 8 litres bottled water from just from Sainsbury's, because it's on our way into town when we do our bits. So we've got to try and get this down as quickly as possible, really. Down a little bit of this, get into town for the rest of our bits. We need to get tanning mitt, roller for glaze and stuff for the show. I need to pick up a few bits from my mum's for some admin stuff. And then we will, what are we doing today? Food shop, running low on a few bits. I need to get prep stuff for the night before the show. Peak week for different people can mean different things. And for me, it's just that final stretch, it's that consistency that's needed in the final couple of days before a show, where it's super easy to let things drop. Super easy to get to that final hurdle and trip over. And I think that's what so many people do. So we're just trying to keep on keeping on, really. And keep eating. Because, yeah, when you get to this stage, it's like your fuel light has come on and you just keep putting a fiver in just to keep things ticking over. It is not very satiating at all, but that's why we do what we do. It's about overcoming that struggle. So yeah, catch you in the next clip. So today has been a pretty successful day. We got everything that we needed in town. Went above and beyond water intake. This is going to be my last bottle for the day. So we were aiming for about 10. It looks like we're going to get closer to 11, which is cool. And then tomorrow we're going for that 12 litres. Just cooking up the final 2 meals now. So I've got some turkey cooking in there. We're going to also fry up the asparagus. And then final meal of the day, I have oats. 75 grams of oats with cinnamon. As you can see, there's lots of cinnamon in there, which I put pink salt in, of course, because pink salt is basically steroids. Pink salt is the secret to life and happiness. So I'm just going to finish cooking this up, scran it, and then I've got a little bit of work to do and some editing for this, because I want to get this video out before show day on Sunday. I'm going to finish off the video in the next clip, just having a little chat about kind of where we've been, what we've been doing, not today, but over the past kind of 2 or 3 years, that's led to this point, okay? Because this prep's been different to a lot of the other ones I've done. I'm in a different part of my life than I've been before. So I want to talk a little bit about that to give a little bit of context as to what this show on Sunday really means. So yeah, let me just get my food ready and I'll see you in the next clip. Right, so we got some foods. Kirsty is gonna get hers in a second. I'm not just eating without her, it's just...
Not hungry yet.
Yeah. The last 2 years have been tough. You know, I think everyone been through a fair bit with COVID and everything like that. And for me, you know, I was in a different country around a bunch of people I didn't know, and that's when COVID hit. I won't go into the details of things, but it basically took me back to an absolute zero. Like everything that I'd built up and everything that I had up until that point had been gone. And it took away a lot of potential opportunities that I would have been able to do had I not gone to Qatar for that 2 years. It's still giving me obstacles that I'm finding it difficult to overcome. Flash forward to about 8 months ago when I moved back in December. Moved back in with my mum into a house that didn't really have the room for me, but mum was lovely enough to put me up. But it just wasn't, there just wasn't the space. So we were in there up until very, very recently. Unable to diet properly, unable to have access to any of my things. I was living out of a suitcase and just off the top level of a suitcase for a good kind of 6 or 7 months. Which was tough, you know, after having my own place and living on my own for so long. And that took me about 10 weeks into prep, living like that as well. Not able to eat the way I wanted to, not able to, you know, sleep in my own bed, not able to, you know, feel the way I wanted to feel. I felt very at the whim of everything that else was going on around me, which did make things quite difficult. And then about 5 weeks ago now,
Only been 5 weeks?
I think it's only been about 5 weeks.
Feels longer.
I've moved in with Kirsty, my lovely girlfriend, yeah. Whether that turns to be the temporary thing like it was originally going to be, or what it's looking like now, something slightly more permanent. It's been lovely to, you know, have a little bit of space again, have the support of someone which I haven't had for a very long time. And I know that it's been tough, especially with prep, but this show coming out the other end of all of that with unideal circumstances and unideal, you know, difficult obstacles that we've had to overcome. This show is, it's not so much about winning the show, it's about producing you know, coming out with a final product that shows that despite all of that, we've been able to see it through and bring it in at the end. And for me, this show is like that is all in the past now, and this is the beginning of, well, not the beginning, but this is the first like big thing that's coming up and just goes, you know what, despite all of that stuff, here's what's coming forward. And I have a few things that I'm trying to work on. Kirsty's got a few things that she's trying to work on. I want to be more consistent with this. YouTube, it's something that I enjoy doing. It's something where, again, like I said earlier, I get to be a bit more creative and I get to have a bit more of a conversation with you guys, and I'm looking forward to having that. So I'm going to write the video off here. I'm going to eat my food. I think Kirsty's going to get hers. I'm going to try and get this video edited before the weekend, because that is when it is show day, and that will be the next video to see how we get on. Till then, guys, Ripper Fitness, big boy things. We'll see you in the next video.